So we have the Diamond Dash going. Hopefully some of you are in it. And if you're not, you can still be Diamond without it. I became Diamond without a Diamond Dash. You became Diamond without a Diamond Dash. You don't need it.
I became 2-star with the Diamond Dash.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it can help you, but you don't have to have it.
Definitely. We both advanced our business in the last. I became 1-star. Yeah, you didn't have Diamond Dash to become Diamond. Became 1-star when we were in it, though. And so, and Arlie, one of my coaches, she was going to be on here, but she's not now.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah, she's right there.
Oh, where? Oh, am I not seeing? Oh, yeah. Okay, right there. Yay. So she became Diamond 1 week after finishing Diamond Dash. So she advanced her business in it too. So it's really cool. It's all possible. But that being said, I've already had told my girls a long time ago, like, if we become an elite team, I want to do a photo shoot with all of you guys. I have a neighbor who's a photographer, and we have this big field up at the top of my street that's really pretty views, and she does pictures up there for free all the time. I asked her, and she said, yeah, come on up. I'll do a photo shoot for you. So I was planning on that, but then I was talking to Ashley Molstad, our coach. I mean, if you don't know who she is, I don't know where you've been. But that's what I said on my team when I said it before, too. Yeah. So recycle the jokes. Anyway, we were talking to her, and she was like, okay, so why don't I come with you and do the photo shoot with you guys? And so I was like, that'd be awesome. And then she's like, and then why don't we rent a limo and like take them out, like wine them, dine them, wine tasting, get some food, and do a whole day of it. And I was like, that would be awesome. So that's what we want to do, all of us. And Jamie, Jamie wants to do it too. We thought it would be so fun because, if it only takes 5 diamonds, it would be amazing if we had more than that. But we can get like a 14-person limo, and we can all fit it together, and we can all do this big elite party together. And those of you who are like, okay, I'm not local, like, we will work that out. Like, what
you'll still get celebrated.
Yeah, we will figure that out. So that's the thing. But we have to have 5 diamonds each team. And then, and if my team doesn't hit elite and she does, I'm sure she'll still do it, and I would still do it. So, but we would love it if we could all do it together.
Yes.
And you have to hold it together for 6 weeks, and then we become an elite team. And then we will have a big elite celebration. So that's it. And again, you guys, the photo shoot would be a gift. The limo would be a gift. Like, we're going to go wine tasting and do all that. So,
and as we start planning it, there's going to be a lot of fun little things that will be surprises. But here's the thing. I want everyone to sit here and think about it, because I know this sounds really like, okay, well, that sounds good and all. And like, I remember being like, well, I'd love to be on those trips, and I would love to be able to go on those, like Santa Monica, we're both going to Santa Monica and all that kind of stuff. But then you get in your own head and you're like, well, it's just not for me, and I just don't think I can do it. Or we're telling you to do it at the end of August. Don't start with.
Oh yeah, that's the part. My team already knows that, but I didn't say that part.
So by the end of August, you have to hit diamond. That way you can hold it for 6 weeks, and then we will be able to celebrate you. This is the thing, Kaden. No making the dog play right now because he's noisy. So it sounds like hairy, scary goals kind of for some people that are sitting there thinking that it's already the middle of July, but it absolutely can be done. So I'll give you a little idea. I made my husband diamond literally in 1 day. It was a Wednesday, and Ashley was hitting diamond, and I was like, I'm gonna hit 2-star. And so in 1 day, I got John to diamond and hit 2-star diamond. And I did not think that I could do it. I sat at just diamond forever. And you got emerald really quick, and then you got to diamond, and then like we kind of just sat and felt like we couldn't really advance.
Right. It seemed so hard, and it wasn't.
Yeah. And like Ashley said, when she became diamond, she was at Summit, and Ashley Molstad at the bar was talking to her, and she was like, so how does it feel to be diamond? She's like, well, it feels great, but I feel really stupid because it was so much easier than I made it seem like it was in my head. And I'm not trying to make you guys feel like you guys will be stupid if you guys don't get it. I just know that I got in my way. I've been a coach for 4 years, so even longer than Autumn. And I sat there and I kept making it sound way harder than it needed to be when it wasn't. Ellie, get it together.
We have dogs and kids everywhere here.
I know. So I just want you guys to really think about it and know that just because we're going to wine and dine you and all that kind of stuff, and get photo shoots and all that fun things to happen, it actually also shows you that you are moving your business forward. And if you want this business to work for you, then you have to work the business. And I explained to my team this, so sorry to my team, but is this okay that I'm talking right now?
Of course, no, I'm appreciate.
I'm hijacking the call.
Do it.
So you become a coach, then you're an emerald, then you go to diamond, then so on, okay? So how I feel like it works is like an infant, okay? So you are born, you're a coach, okay? And then when you're sitting there and you have your baby that's just born, you're not sitting there and be like, oh my gosh, he's gonna crawl forever. He's gonna be an emerald forever. And you sit there and think that he's just gonna sit, like emerald to me is crawling. Diamond to me is walking. You don't sit there at emerald forever. That is just like a little baby step, just like a baby. They don't even think about it. Emerald should just happen, and then diamond happens soon after, because it's just baby steps almost. And you have to go from being born, crawling, walking, and then you start running when you start building your team. But diamond is walking. Now, if you think about it, when you look at a kid who's crawling, they're not even thinking about it. They're trying to stand up. They're trying to walk. They're falling. They're cracking their head open on the ground several times, but still getting back up every single time. And that is what you guys have to do. So you might feel like that you're spinning your tires, or maybe you think that you're working, but you're actually not putting a plan behind the effort that you're putting in. And so you're not seeing it be born and progress the way that you're wanting it to be. But you have to start walking, and that's what diamond is. It should be a stepping stone for everybody. And I know for me, I was crawling for a long time, way longer than I had wanted to. And I just want you guys to think of it like that. Like, don't sit there and stay somewhere when you're meant for bigger and greater things. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it totally did.
I think it makes a lot of sense.
I go on weird tangents, you guys, and like I literally describe everything very visual and with like analogies, because I'm so visual.
So one thing I wanted to say is, like, Jamie and I wanted to come in here together. And by the way, you guys, I think we all, from being in the same page, would know each other. Yeah. I mean, we didn't introduce ourselves, but if you didn't know, this is Jamie Nelson, if you're on my team.
And this is Autumn Cheetah.
Yes, she's 2-star diamond.
Myself.
This is Sullivan.
Diamond.
She's a diamond.
And then Ashley, we invited Ashley. We're there, but she's babysitting or whatever.
Yeah, but she's our other diamond.
She's our other diamond. And that's what we wanted to show you guys. Like, this is where we're starting. And then we just need 4 more on each team. I know that I have coaches incredibly close. My husband's account is very close. In fact, I have enough people right now with links that if I can figure out where to place them, he could be diamonds tomorrow. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. So I asked somebody if I could. Yeah. Anyway, I'm working on it. My goal is next week he should be diamond. Anyway, so that would be 3 basically on my team, and then I can re-sign myself. And that would be 4, because I will be pushing for it. I've told my team this. I'm pushing for it as hard as you guys. And then I would just need 1 of you, like literally 1 more. And then we have to hold it together for 6 weeks. Okay, so that's how close it is. We drew out roadmap, and I showed my team this yesterday. They're in the Diamond Dash. The best placement was 11 coaches yesterday, and it's less than that today because we've signed coaches. We are 11 coaches away from being elite in my team when we looked at it. 11 coaches. And then I told my team, I was like, okay, so we had like 90 successful points the last 2 months ago, and we had 84 last month. So that's, and we need 22 points worth of coaches to be elite. Like, it is so close. When you sit there and think elite, we have to have all these diamonds, but then we look at how many lives that is. It's only 11 lives, 11 people, and we will be elite. I don't know if you've done your roadmap yet to figure out, but that's why I was like, the closest one, that's so close. It is so doable. And when you just look at it that way, it simplifies it. And especially when you look at what your team's doing, how many success points your team's doing, you're like, oh, okay, so we changed 45 people's lives, and we don't need to change 11 to be elite right now. Like, when we did 45 last month, 45 the month before or whatever, it's like,
you can totally
oh my gosh. Yeah.
And something that you need to remember is the goal is actually not just to hit diamond, because once you hit 2-star, then you get the 2-star bonus, and you get to franchise yourself. So I have Ashley, who's a diamond, my husband, who's a diamond, and then I got to open up my second CVC, and that's already emerald and close to diamond, and so that's 3. But you guys like our goal is to be elite, but I know Ashley's goal is to be elite. And you guys can actually actually make this your goal as well. I don't want you guys to feel like you guys need to just hit diamond and then you just stop. If you guys really sit down and work hard, you can absolutely hit elite as well, because we're not actually that much further away. I mean, I'm a veteran, obviously, like 4 years, because I sat there and twiddled and diddled around in my own negative thoughts. Hey, Casey. And so my thing is, I want you guys to realize that you guys can make your guys' goals much higher than diamond. If you guys really wanted to push for something and maybe elite seems too scary, then I think that you guys should really sit there and think about becoming 2-star diamond, your spouse and someone else underneath you or whatever you can control. Ashley actually got herself to almost a 2-star, and that's with her husband to be and someone else, or got him to emerald. I don't know. She has 2 controlled business centers. We've got
the baby down here just fell, and I caught him with my foot. Sorry.
Okay. So if you guys sat there and when we get off the call tonight and you sat there and wrote down what it would take for you to become star diamond, I want you guys to really write it all out. And then in the Diamond Dash right now, I'm sharing a little of something that Brittany Leggett shared today. Then you break it down, and then you do, what was it called? Date deadline. You put date deadlines for each coach that you're wanting to sign, and then you start forming it. So you take from here, from the end of August, or if you're going to go to start with diamond, and then you do this in small chunks, okay? Don't overwhelm yourself. And then you reverse engineer of, okay, how many people do I need to sign up in this amount of time and by which dates? And you put date deadlines on it, okay? So when you do your roadmap, you put a date so that you know mentally what you have to work on. Ollie, come. You're being obnoxious. And then you get to 2-star. You get to 2-star, and then you get to franchise yourself. So then you get the bonus, you get to franchise yourself, and then it works on your team volume, and you're going to make a residual income. That's where the paychecks are coming in when you start getting to 1-star, 2-star, and you have the team volume coming through. Yeah, haven't you noticed a huge jump in your
huge jump in my pay? I was telling my team that by just making a few changes, I gave myself an $800 raise in the month of May. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, and it, and then it became 1-star, and that was a big part of it. A huge jump. I just had my biggest paycheck is going to hit tomorrow. And yeah, it's amazing. And another thing I was going to say too, I know we talked about this. I don't know if you want to share about the new leadership conference.
Oh yeah.
Because my team, we've talked about this. To go to the new leadership conference, you have to be a 1-star diamond. So then you hit diamond, your next goal would be to hit 1-star, right? You hit 1-star. So that means you bring in your team to be like, hey, let's hit these goals together, right? Which we've got people on our team doing. And then, because you guys, I told my team this. I don't want to be elite just so I can be like, I'm an elite coach. Because no, we are an elite team. I want everybody that I'm working with to feel success and make money and like do these things. Like that brings me a lot of joy, is to see you guys have this. And that's why I want this, right? People saying, so that's big. So then you get to diamond. Next thing is you become 1-star. You get to go to the new leadership conference. It is in LA in February. So you get to go to that. I'm going to it already. Jamie's going to it.
Ashley will be there.
Ashley Sullivan plans on being there. Okay, and then on top of that, you get, like, what is it, 45 elite points? I know I hit it, but I can't remember. I think it's 45 elite points. I have it thanks to my dad.
Ashley knows. Is it 45 or 35?
Or is it 30?
35.
It's only 25.
Oh, is it? Nice. Okay. Like I said, we're making up numbers now. And then to go to it, it's that, right? But then to get your room paid for, that's what I was thinking. Oh, to get your room paid for, it's only the 25? Wow. Okay. So then you get 25 elite, and when you come in, when you're like, okay, what are elite points? Autumn. When you become a diamond, you start to get a monthly print or a report that shows you your elite points. It's things like coaches who are getting success, etc. I've done a little training for it in my team page. I can direct you to if you need to. But then you get these elite points, and then you can get a free hotel room in LA in February. to go to this thing. And I already have my free hotel room. And so I told my team, I told my team, like, you get there, like, we could even carpool. I mean, my car fits 8 people. I was like, we can just drive down there together and save. That way no one has to worry about buying a flight or whatever.
My car fits 7.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, wait, what's 8 plus 7?
15.
Hey, look, all of us can be there.
There we go.
This is why I'm a coach and not a math teacher. I'll leave the teaching up to her.
And again, if you're not local, like, we can still figure it out, because if you have a free hotel room in LA for the weekend, like, I mean, yes.
Honestly, if you guys get yourselves to the New Leader Conference, I know for first of all, the biggest thing we didn't share. You get to the New Leader Conference, and Ashley Molstad is coming to fly in and taking us for a day to Disneyland, remember?
I totally didn't even know that.
She is going to take us for a day of Disneyland. So not only would we spoil you, but your grandma coach will spoil you as well. So if you guys are feeling like your head is spinning right now with all this information.
I've never been to Disneyland. My kids are going to kill me.
I know. I was trying to keep it on the DL, but Hayden did not hear that.
He's like, I so did not.
So this is a lot of information to take in. A lot of you guys may not even realize how close you are to Diamond, actually. And even if you are a new coach, or maybe you just hit Emerald, you're still actually very close to Diamond. It is not as hard as people make it seem to be. And how freaking rad would it be if you guys all were able to go to the New Leader Conference, paid hotels, get spoiled with photo shoots, wine and dining, all of that kind of stuff. Plus, you're getting a bonus if you hit 2-star, which I think that should be everyone's goal. Diamond by the end of August, and then you need to be hitting 2-star by the end of the year. I think it's by the end of November, and you have to hold it for 6 weeks for you to qualify for February. Yeah. So all your guys' goals should actually to hit 2-star by the end of November. Then you get to open up your second CBC, which I want you guys to know, when you open up your second CBC, you could put it on the inside leg of your weak leg. It sounds confusing right now, but then your volume starts to go crazy and you get to make even more money. So it's a lot of information. I totally get it, but I feel like you guys are in the same situation as us. We're just able to see that so much more can happen in a short amount of time because of Emily Faber.
Yeah.
And we obviously know her, and we've all been in the same. Sorry. No, that's okay.
I was gonna say, this girl signed up at the end of January and was Diamond beginning of March. So she really took the month of February. I say 41 days because that counts the 7 days of her package shipping. Yeah. And then when she hit Diamond and waiting a few more days for us to it was 41 days total. From signing up to Diamond.
And there's more than 41 days until the end of August. Yeah. And Ashley didn't start working her business until December, and then she hit Diamond, and then so it's like the same. So she hit it very quick, and coaches who qualify to an invitation and earn a minimum of 25 elite points between January 1st and December 31st will also earn a free hotel room. Beachbody will cover the room rate and tax only for the nights of Friday, February 8th, 2019, and Saturday, February 9th. No additional incidentals or nights will be covered, but still 2 nights. And then we can even do an extended thing where we kind of do something together with our team and spoil them. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
So does anyone have any questions? Do you want to open up to questions?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions? Ashley does. Do you want me to?
Okay, I don't know if you can answer this, but I know we talked about how before, when you go, can you hear me okay?
Try to find your
how when you have your 5 diamonds to get the 5-star for elite, how they have to be evenly dispersed. Can you explain that a little better?
Yeah. So in order to be elite, we have to, for any of it, you guys have to have it equal. So if you could have 3 diamonds on one leg and then 2 diamonds on the other, okay? So if you have all your diamonds on one leg, or say you have 4 diamonds on your right leg and 2 or 1 on your left leg, then it's not going to work. It has to be 3 and 2 or 3 and 2 for this one. So you have to make sure that if you are signing coaches, you're kind of paying, we're not going to know. Some of your discount coaches are going to be rockstar coaches. I mean, I know for me, Ashley Worthy was a discount coach, and now she's one of my rockstar coaches. I know Emily Bird started as one of my discount coaches, and now she's wanting to work the business. So you're not actually going to know who all your rockstar coaches are going to be, but also make sure you talk to them and don't discredit them, because even Ashley put one of her discount coaches underneath her husband, and now she is already to Emerald, which is helping her there. But you want to make sure you're talking to them, and because you could hit your goals, but maybe it's going to be a little bit uneven. So make sure you're placing strategically.
Right. Well, and I would say this happened to me. Like, I have Sullivan on my leg, and she was a diamond, so that made me 1 star. And then Arlie was diamond, held for 6 weeks, but on the same leg, so I couldn't be 2 star. Okay, and then if that would have if I could have been, then I could have signed myself then, and then I couldn't though. I stayed 1 star. I have to have diamond. So I started working my husband's. My husband has been sitting with 2 coaches for forever, just keeping him emerald. So then when I was like, okay, I need to get him to diamond in the end of June, until now, I actually literally have enough coaches now. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm just trying to strategically place a couple things, and he should be diamond by next week. And it was just the decision to be like, okay, I'm going to start working on placing these and put them there. And it was literally because I had 2 diamonds here and none on this side. And so I stayed at 1 star, which is a bummer. But at the same time, to me, it's not a big deal because I want as many successful coaches. So if I do have 4, I need to take it on myself to do something to take care of that, right? Because your job is to, work your business, right?
And so that just means that you really need to pay attention to your back office. And I wish Ashley was at her house right now, because she has everything written on a whiteboard. So anytime she signs a new coach, she will sit there and put that coach's name so that she can visually see it. You guys need to have it written out in your roadmap and have it visually seen, because it makes it so much more easier to understand rather than just trying to figure it out in your brain. At least for me. Maybe just because I'm very visual. But I love him. This is what working your own business looks like. I'm a mom of twins, so this is like nothing. So just make sure that you're paying attention to where you're placing people, how you're placing people. Make sure that you're talking to people, doing emerald calls. I know that's something that we can start doing together. Whereas like when you sign a coach, you just tell them, okay, now your job is to find 2 of your friends that will sign up exactly the way that you want to. Emerald in 24 hours is what Emily Popper and Ashley Molstad do. And it's something that sounds super crazy, but it's not, because Emeralds can still be discount coaches. They don't have to be all working coaches. If you're not running Coach Sneak Peeks, I know I run Coach Sneak Peeks, and I know that Autumn runs Coach Sneak Peeks. So you can join forces with your coach, or you could do your own, but you should be talking about the business. That way you're attracting business builders. If you're not talking about the business and what the business is doing for you, you're only going to attract discount coaches and the people that aren't wanting to work the business. That's just how it is. And it doesn't have to be, oh, I made $500 and blah, blah, blah. That's super rad, obviously. But the thing that you have to pay attention to is the little things of what it has done for you. Maybe it's a mental transformation. Maybe it's like, I'm sorry, McKenna, I'm going to call you out, but maybe it's getting out of your comfort zone. She's like the most shy person you'll ever meet, and she's getting out of her comfort zone and even posting more. Maybe it's being able to go to the gas station. I know for me, it was being able to go to the gas station and being able to fill my gas tank with regular, like fill it, like be able to say, fill my gas tank, and being able to afford it. Or for me, like not qualifying for food stamps and state assistance, or the day that my kids couldn't qualify for free and reduced lunch, I like cried because I was so excited that they cannot get free and reduced lunch because I am finally breaking the poverty level chain. You have to remember that the little things are what's relatable. Just like when you're at when you're starting your journey of weight loss, like when you're starting, you're going to be relatable. Now, people don't remember me when I was 217 pounds. I couldn't do a push-up. Now I can hammer out push-ups, and now they sit there and say, I wish I can do a push-up like you. I just can't. And I'm like, dude, if only you remember me when I was 217 pounds. I couldn't even do a jumping jack without my stomach clapping every time I jumped. I mean, it was just like, it was crazy. You have to remember the little things are super relatable.
He does.
He loves you. Yeah, I mean, for me, you guys too, I remember one of my first financial posts was just, I was a teacher. My husband and I were both teachers, and we got paid the first of the month and didn't get paid again until the first month. So we got paid once for our whole monthly salary and had to make it work, right? Which of course you're like, okay, I get paid, whatever. But the thing is, teachers a lot of times at the end of the month, we're like, oh, it's that last week. We're eating whatever's in the cabinets. We're not going anywhere until the first day of the month or whatever. And my post was, we went to date night on like the 25th. And it was like, I literally just took a picture of our food and a couple drinks. It was like, you guys, there's no way we would have done this as teachers, but now we get paid every single week. That was huge. I literally got 3 people message me, I want to be a coach. 2 of them ended up signing up from that post, and they were teachers and they got that. Ashley always says this one, but there was a coach who was very organic and, you know, whatever. And she just mentioned how she could afford the organic apples, and she got one of her rock star coaches out of it. It could be a little thing. Oh, you guys, all the time, when actually one of my biggest posts was, and I still post this picture because I don't have very many pictures of me at all when I was like bigger, because I wouldn't take them. I wouldn't let people take pictures of me, or I would delete them, or I would cut myself out of them. Right? But I have that picture of me like sitting like this. I just recently posted it, and like my stomach's under my arms. I've got a big scarf on, and I'm like hating, wearing all these layers, trying to hide myself. And I'm just like sitting there like this, miserable. I remember how I felt. And I remember like the first time I posted that, and a picture of me, and like I was wearing the dress I wore to Summit last year. It was a tight fitting dress. And I just talked about the change in myself and how I hated myself. And I didn't want to be like, and Beachbody did that for me. That was one of my biggest, like, I think I signed like 4 or 5 clients from that one post, like that night, because people are like, that is something I get, like that. It didn't have to be money, but it's about how coaching has been able to get me to like talk to people and meet people and what it's done for me. So.
Also, I'm just going to put this out there. I'm sorry, I'm super tough love, but if you want this business to work for you, then you have to put in the work, but that also includes being a product of the product. If you are not being a product of the product, then this business will not work for you. If you are only kind of sort of doing it, then you're only kind of sort of going to get results, is what Emily talks about all the time. And it's so true. So you need to commit to a program. The new program's coming out on Monday. And if you're not planning to commit to it when it's got like a worked in treat day and it's only 4 days a week, and like being able to commit to it and show results and show the transformation mentally, physically, financially, then this business won't work for you. Just a little dose of tough love, because it's very, very hard when people sit there and think, I don't know what it is, but like, I've been kind of not working, and have you been doing your personal development? Well, not really, I don't have time. So like, how long do you sit on your toilet and take a dump? Like, listen to your personal development then. Like, do your messages while you're sitting on the toilet. I know you have your phone. I know you do. So like, there are ways to work things in. I mean, I know I'm sorry if this is like really obnoxious. No. I know my team, they just are used to my craziness, but like seriously, you guys have to do a gut check and really decide, are you working the business? Are you being a product of the product? Are you drinking your shakes every day? Are you talking about the business opportunity? Are you talking about all those things? Because if you're just going to be posting, oh, I have my shake today and I did my workout today and here's a booty picture, then people are like, oh, cool, she's really obsessed with herself and this shake. When you have to talk about all the other stuff as well.
Yeah, totally. And then I was going to say too, and make sure that's not all you talk about. Talk about you, talk about your family, talk about, you know, what you like to do. Of course, all those things too.
The passion rash is
here. Oh, it is.
It is. I'm telling you guys, When I get fired up,
just
it
sweating.
literally shows me. Did I spit on you?
No, I said I'm sweating.
Oh, we don't have air conditioning, you guys.
But I don't think it's hot. I think I'm just getting in the mood.
Yeah, the passion rash. This is how passionate I am. I want every single one of you guys to be there, and I want you guys to all really see the potential that you have in yourselves, because I know it took me a long time for me to realize that I absolutely can do this.
We got kid questions over here. And for me, you guys, it was literally when I decided, I was like, I'm just going to make this work. I don't know how, but I'm going to make it work. And I went and did the trainings. I was like, okay, so I do this. Okay, so I do this. Okay, so I do this. And I just did every single thing because I was like, okay, that's what the successful people say to do. And that's it. And it was literally, I didn't see like, oh, if I do this, this, and this, I see my map. It was just like, I'm just going to do this because people say, and it's going to happen. And
One
it did.
step at a time.
And it did. That's what it was for me. And like, I do see it, some of you guys who are a product of the product and are doing the work and are like, why is it not happening? It's like, you know, I mean, I get it. I get that. But at the same time, if you're doing the right thing, it will. It just will. But I get it, but it can be like, there's hard days. There's hard times. Like we've talked about that.
I've raised such a gentleman. Caden's getting us a fan.
Oh, he was
I love him.
sweet. He is so
He's
sweet.
7.
You're the
Caden,
best.
you better remember this when you're older, and you better open doors for girls. And don't break their hearts. Okay, so.
But, I was going to say, like, I've had hard months. You guys, I'm not even joking, and she's not on this call, but I do hope that you watch it. There's a girl who was killing it the first 2 months of the business, had a hard month, and was like, well, I don't know if this is for me anymore. And it's just kind of, I'm like, a hard month? I've had hard months, but you know what? When you continue to work, it pays off the next month. It pays off the next month, right? I mean, there's been times when I've been like, that's it, I'm going to quit. But I didn't. Like one of the things, I picked this up in one of the calls, is quit tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
It's hard, you want to quit? Well, okay, well, I'm going to work today, and then I can say that tomorrow. But tomorrow comes, oh, but I have to wait till tomorrow to quit. And you work, and it pays off. But there'll be times when you're like, I'm not going to be able to do this. But then you do, and then it pays off. But you just have to get through that hard. And think about it, all those things that you're coaching your own clients about. And like all the time I get, well, nobody in my group's doing anything. Nobody, like, think about that as a coach. Are you being coachable as a coach before you then, and then are you also then teaching that to your clients?
Start learning not to blame everyone else for why it's not working, and just like work on just yourself, because you're the only person you have control over. Tanya wrote something I wanted to make sure you saw.
Oh, I didn't see. Oh, I didn't slow, but I know people are watching me. Yes, I think that's true. And Tanya, you are such a good proof of the product. Like, you love it. You do your workouts. You show up every day. I know people are watching you too, and you're inspiring. You're very inspiring.
And
I
girl,
love
it's
your
like
posts.
3 in the morning there.
Yeah.
That's like, this is the coach that's going to make this work. And that's
Yeah.
what I feel like. But I feel like I'm like, this is going to work for her. She works hard.
Determination, consistency, and like making sure that it happens.
Yes. I do. I love it. I always think that I'm like, it's going to happen because she works so hard.
When I was doing 80-day obsession, before that, I was in a really deep depression, and I for sure thought I was going to quit. Summit last year,
yeah.
I was a wreck. I didn't want to see anyone. I cried. I, for the first time after 32 months, didn't hit Success Club in June, and that was 32 months of me hitting Success Club. And I was a SC All-Star Legend, and then June, everything hit the fan for me, and I thought for sure that I was going to quit. And then I did 80-day obsession, and I just let myself focus on me. And then with doing that, it's changed my entire business and everything, only because I was still focusing on me, filling my cup first, and then sharing it with other people. If you're trying to share from an empty cup, you're going to feel like so run down, so exhausted, so defeated, so like you're not getting anywhere, that this isn't working for you. But it's because you're not doing the things to fill your cup first before you try helping other people.
No, it totally makes sense. And I want to say this, like, what's your highest Success Club point month now?
42.
42. Okay, so this girl didn't hit Success Club in June. If she wouldn't have quit, she wouldn't have helped, 21 people in 1 month later or whatever and get 42, right? Mm-hmm. So if you have one bad month or a couple bad months or whatever and you quit, there's all these people's lives you could be changing and influencing, watching you. If she would have quit, they would not have been babies grabbing stuff. She couldn't have helped all these people after. And like, she hasn't just had that 1 month of 42. She had tons of months with high success numbers. She'd helped so many people who were watching her. But if she would have quit then, they've been like, oh, okay, this doesn't work.
And what's interesting is it's 42 underneath my business center, but that same month I had 12 underneath John.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. So yeah, like
54. And so that's what. Yeah.
Just goals written up too. If you guys don't have your goals written up where you can see them, that's huge.
See, I have 4-star because I have my second CBC is one that I know I can control. So I need 4 diamonds. My goal is to hit SC 60 this month, and I'm going to be elite this year. So if your guys' goal is only to hit SC 6, then chances are then you guys will probably maybe only hit SC 2. I know that's like really tough love.
Oh, true.
But if you are not setting your goals higher than what you need to, if you're at SC 6, first of all, it should be SC 10. That should be your goal, and then you should double it and make it 20. And then if you hit 10, awesome. And then if you hit past it, then you know that you've hit SC because 6 is SC. But do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Because my goal was always SC 10, and I was hitting it, and then I was like, "What if I get 6? No big deal." But then I started saying, "Okay, no, it needs to be 20," and then I started saying 16, 18, 20, 22, and then so now I've said it's got to be 50. I haven't hit 50 yet, you guys, but at the same time, am I having, I had a bad month, I didn't hit my goal? No. I'm growing, I'm figuring out how to make it happen, I'm doing more things because I'm going to hit that goal and I'm going to make a new one.
Yep.
And so if I instead would focus on that, it's not happening, but I'm working on me and figuring it out. So,
does anyone have any questions?
One thing I wanted to ask too is open up if you guys are doing something really awesome that's working so we can share ideas with each other. We already talked about the What is Coaching group. I hope you're doing it or you're in one with someone. But is there anything else? One thing that I love that I will share then, because I see people kind of thinking if you've got something to say, like raise your hand or type it up or unmute yourself. But they said in the Diamond Dash yesterday, actually, or Emily said it was really good, is go to your inactive coaches and invite them to do Lift 4 with you. Because maybe they hated 80-day session, workouts were too hard, the time nutrition was too rough, blah, blah, blah. Go in there and be like, you guys, this program, send them some result pictures. And be like, this program is only 30 minutes a day, 4 days a week, and there's cheat days. Like, want to do this one with me? Okay.
Yep. Also, if you're not doing your IG stories,
you should be.
Man down. Oh, and a penny in the mouth. It takes a village. So, all right. So man down. But if you guys aren't doing Instagram stories, you need to do them. I play softball with one of your challengers. I don't remember her name. She has red hair, and one of your kids went to school with yours. She seems super interested in Lift 4. Could you find me a person?
There we go. Bam.
You take her, girl.
I have a lot of new coaches that actually.
She's already under me. What's Hazel's mom's name? I think she had 2 little girls. Red hair. Jill.
I'm just picking up on this team, and so I don't think I ever played with her before, but she recognized me from your post and said, "You're friends with Jamie." And then she was saying how 80-day obsession was too long, and she's going to go back to 21-day fix. And I said, "Don't do that. Do Lift 4." So reach out. Yeah, lots of freckles. Okay. Super sweet. Yeah. So reach out to her.
So perfect, exactly, you guys. For people who signed up with 80-day obsession, didn't work for them, Lift 4 could be the thing. You guys, my story, my coaches have heard it. My first program was P90X. It was so structured. I was out of shape because I just had a baby, and I quit. Didn't do the meal plan, and I quit. Didn't have a coach. Didn't do it. That was like 6 years ago. Like, what if I wouldn't have quit? What if I would have had someone be like, hey, it's okay if you're not perfect with the meal plan. It's okay if you need to modify. I can't do this, and I quit. Like, what if, you know what I mean? Like, if someone would have right then been like, 80-day obsession, or P90X is too hard for you, try 21-day fix. It wasn't out then. But still, I would have been like, okay, I'll try that easier one, and it could have changed my life, right? So I just thought that was a really important one. But I was gonna say, like, Insta stories. Yeah, I'm meeting so many amazing people on Insta stories, and actually, that's where I met Tanya, and that's where I don't think anyone else in the call right now, but it's so many coaches I'm meeting there, and it's so cool because like we have a lot in common, and that's why they're watching. And then like we start talking to them, I'm like, I love these people, which they say your vibe attracts your tribe. You're meeting like people like that's I feel like that's the best place to meet people like me on there because they're like watching me probably because we're similar and I'm like loving the people that I'm meeting there. So you go in, do your stories, and then talk to the people who are watching you. And you know what? You don't even have to be like, hey, want to do this program? Like right away. Just start talking to them, get to know them, and then you're ready to be like, hey, I feel like this would be a great fit. Or a lot of them are like, I ordered Beachbody on demand online because I was watching you and figured out what you were doing. And I'm like, who's your coach? Oh, I don't know. I never met her. It's somebody that was signed to me. I'm like, get in my group. They don't give me success points. So you know what I do? I put them under my husband because I don't get success points for that. But then if they decide to become a discount coach or whatever, which I have one of those, it's happened exactly like this. She then decided to be a discount coach. She then decided to work. And she had 12 success points under her and then 4 under her husband last month in like less than a month. And so like just meet these people.
Yeah, seriously. So I want you guys to all raise your hand. Who is going to be diamond by the end of August? Everyone's hand. McKenna, I need your hand. Kayla, that was
she's gonna be too.
Oh yeah. So next time we're gonna try this again. Who is gonna be diamond by the end of August confidently?
Yes,
Macy and Emily. Emily. I knew it was gonna be you. I know Macy is. I know that we have people that didn't make the call that's gonna be diamond by the end of August. We recorded this, you guys. This is going to be amazing. You guys, we're going to road trip. We're going to be at New Leader Conference together. We're going to be diamond by the end of August. We're going to be 2-star at least by the end of November. If not elite, we'll be elite. Yes. Most of you guys can be elite. Teams. We're going to all be an elite team.
And then you'll be working on growing an elite team by then. If you don't have one. Like, this girl's goal is to be elite by the end of this year also. You can make it your goal too, not just because it's ours. Like, I mean, literally, coaches pass up their coaches all the time. So make it a goal to do better than me, please. Like, go for it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You guys, I'm so freaking excited, and I feel like we should do team calls together.
I know, this is fun. We should do it more often. Yeah.
Do you guys all agree that, do you think I'm too crazy? Some people think I'm freaking nuts. Sometimes I'm literally screaming at my computer, and Kaden and Kyle are like, Mom, I can't sleep because you're screaming at your computer, huh? It's really loud. My office used to be right next to his room. We had to move it. All right.
I guess I don't scream at my team enough. Is that what I'm doing wrong, you guys? I should scream.
No, I don't scream out of anger. I scream out of excitement, the passion rush. And then I'm like sweaty, and I like have to take my shirt off at the end. You guys, it's just like, I feel like I get so excited for you guys that I just want you guys to feel it. And then I forget that like I can't make you feel anything. So it's just like,
I know. My team knows I cry. Like, I will get on calls like when like people are, I love you. Like, I do. I get emotional. I cry. That's my thing. It's bad. It's bad. I cry at everything, guys. It's just what I do. Everything. Commercials.
No, you actually do cry at everything. I do.
I think cry all the time. It's so good. I almost cried when you were talking about how you got the food stamps and kids didn't eat lunches. I was like, hold it together. Eat it for real.
Yeah, it's really hard. Even when we met with Michael Neiman and he was talking to us, Autumn and I got the opportunity to meet with him, and he.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, see, I'm even having to ask if it's okay.
If it's not.
So he ended up paying for our meal, which that was so rad. But you guys, Autumn had to be like, it's okay, Jamie, because I grew up with so poor. McKenna's known me since I was very, very little. She grew up in the same cul-de-sac, but I grew up like, we didn't have like anything. We lived off food stamps. We had nothing. And so like when other people are paying for me, I'm like, and I'm not earning it. It's like that poverty mentality is what it's called. And so it's generational poverty mentality. And it's still something that I struggle with. Like, I'm like, I feel like I have to prove something to someone. like, no, don't pay for my meal. Like, I felt so anxiety ridden, you know, like I still have a lot of room to grow, but that is like literally, I came from the bottom. What is it?
Yeah, that's what
I started at the bottom and now I'm here. I don't know.
It's a song.
Yeah.
No, but speaking of, I too. Have you read You Are a Badass at Making Money?
Yes.
No, I need to.
Okay, because that I grew up really poor too, you guys, and it actually changed my life when I was reading that. Like, because I feel like I shouldn't talk about money, I shouldn't want to make money, I should whatever. But it talks about that change, that shift, and how it can change your whole life. And it was the most eye-opening book for me. And it was about like accepting gifts and how if you put out in the universe like, I don't want gifts, or whatever, then you're putting it out there, And it's a really good book.
So buy that book. Also,
side note.
A couple other books I want to give as recommendations, and I want everyone, I apologize for anyone that this might offend, but it's an amazing book, and it's called Un-F Yourself, okay? I'm not going to say it because there's kids around.
Oh, yeah, I need to read that one. I haven't read that one either.
You guys, listen to it on Audible. He's got a really sexy accent. Don't tell Dad. And it's really awesome, so you need to get that book.
I will.
Don't tell Dad.
I will.
And then another great book, obviously Girl Wash Your Face, but the new Mel Robbins book, Kick Ass with Mel Robbins.
It's
Listen
only on
to that.
Audible.
It's only on Audible. That one is amazing. So those are the two ones. If you need a swift kick in the pants, listen to those books.
All right.
Her podcast is gold. Rachel Hollis has a podcast.
Oh, I haven't heard it.
And she has a marriage podcast that she just started, which we all know I need sometimes. I feel like anyone needs it that's married.
Yeah,
Any sort of relationship.
I think, yeah. I forget what I was going to say. Oh, I was going to say before we go, we should all take a picture.
Can we?
Yes.
Okay, let me, Emily and Macy, if you can, we'd love to see your beautiful faces, because you guys are beautiful.
Once you got it set up, try to look at the screen and smile.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Oh,
Did everyone get it? All right, that's good.
I got some good ones. It's kind of upset.
This was fun.
It was fun.
So you guys, Diamond by the end of August, moral of the story, so that we can friggin' spoil you and then get to the new leader conference so you could go to Disneyland.
I want to say really quick, and I know I've told my team this too, I'm the queen of not having time to do anything. Like, I'm busy. Everyone's busy, right? Here's what I do because I'm in my stories all the time. I actually will go in and just talk to people in my stories when I don't have time, when I'm busy or whatever. I'm like, okay, time to go have conversations because I can do that while I'm at a game, while I'm sitting at the drive-thru or whatever, whatever it is, while my husband's driving the car. I'm in stories, like messaging people. And that's just like what I do all the time. I don't keep a list. When people say, how many do you do a day? I say, I don't know. I just do it when I can. And that's what my way that's really built my business. But yeah, like right now, look, I'm putting you guys on story right now. Look at our team, you guys. Aren't they beautiful? And a little
Sexy,
team
determined
talk.
little boss babes.
Yes, they are. And a couple of boss dudes here. Here we go. It's on the story. Now I got another story going on. So, and I'm going to try to tag you guys in it. So.
If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask us. We did record this call, so we will share this if you guys need to go back and listen to anything again. So thank you guys for joining us. We're super excited. I really love spoiling people. So especially people in this business who work their butts off, like we all do that with this business. And so you guys deserve to be spoiled. And we've got some fun, exciting surprises. One that Ashley gave me an idea today, but we'll leave that as a surprise. It's a good one. All right. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Love you guys.